It's okay to be called by your mom once a day? You said it yourself that it's a beautiful relationship. Relationships are made by the people involved, not strangers online. If the calls make you both happy, then keep with them. If you have been with your girlfriend for 4 years and this is only bothering now, I suspect something has changed for her, or she is mad about something else. If you like chatting to your mom every day, then you chat to your mom every day. Get another girlfriend. She's not a very nice person calling you names simply because you and your mom has a good relationship. Call her bluff. Tell her if she cannot deal with a phone call a day, she can go away. One day you'll want nothing more than to talk to your mom again. Enjoy your family and never let anyone tell you not to. Edit to add. I lost my mom when I was 26. I sometimes felt like my mom texted me too much, and now I hate myself for it. I'm 47 and talk to my mom every day. Of course, get to know your parents well. They will die sooner than you wish. Your girlfriend is being mean to you. You offered to work around her and she insulted you instead. Yo, listen. At some point, your parents are gone, so talk with them as much as possible before that day arrives. I'm 29 and I talk with my parents multiple times a day. Whenever something happens, I let them know. When I have problems, I call them. It's my parents. They love me and I love them. If you don't, it's gonna eat you up alive later on. That's great. There's nothing wrong with having a great relationship with your parents. A lot of folks have next to no relationship with their parents. Or they hate them, etc. Enjoy. Do the calls get in the way of other plans? Do you have to schedule around the calls? Would your mom be annoyed or upset if you didn't answer? How would you or your mom react if you went a few days without talking to each other? Do you overshare with your mom? I'd give anything to still chat with mom once a day. Please keep doing it. The other day my girlfriend and we've been together for 4 years. We were on FaceTime for like 4 hours at that point, and my mom calls me. I deny the call because I was on FaceTime without answering, but my GF was mad. She started calling me a mommy boy, saying that is not normal to be called every day, that if I wasn't going to change that say will go away. Now, she hasn't the closest relationship with her parents, and they don't call her every day. She says that it's normal like they are. But I said to her that we are just two very different families. I agreed to stop the calls when I'm with her, but I want to hear from my family, so I'm not changing that. A few things. 1. Mama's boy. Being a mama's boy is about way more than having a daily call, especially when many days are just a 1-minute check-in. It's mostly about not having a strong identity, leaning on your mom to direct how you live your life, and almost always siding with your mom when there's ever a conflict between what your wife wants from you and what your mom wants. A mama's boy has an outlook that's lined up to a freaky degree with his mom's. And as life gives more opportunities to grow, at each of those opportunities, he does what his mom also thinks. This could be because he just so happens to be like his mom to a much higher degree than is typical, or because his mom pressures or manipulates him, and he finds it natural to always follow her lead. So it's probably understandable from that why many women and men wouldn't want to be with a mama's boy. It can be a huge turnoff to be with someone who has such a weak sense of self. It can feel unsexy when your partner's identity is so thoroughly constructed by their parent, especially when it's to the degree that the partner welcomes this and has no resistance or issue with it. And it can feel painful when your partner doesn't act like a team, when they throw your own identity and wants under the bus to support mommy's wishes. Princess D had this famous quote that in her marriage, there were 3 people. BC, her husband had been cheating on her for so much of her marriage with his ex. This is what a relationship with a mama's boy can feel like. He doesn't have enough space in his psyche to build a strong bond with his partner. She never gets the experience of being a bonded pair with him. I've witnessed some couples struggle with this. Most ended in divorce. 2. 1 phone call a day. Especially if it's not a long call. Isn't a mama's boy. So my question is there more to it than just that? Is your GF picking up on some of the above too? And she's just not been good at articulating that? Or there's more and you're leaving it out, forgot, haven't understood when she's tried to tell you? 3. If it's truly just the phone calls, your GF is showing a troubling level of intolerance. You're correct that families have different levels of contact. That in itself isn't bad. I've never personally been with someone who talks to his mom every day. And I didn't speak on the phone with mine daily. But she died when I was in my 20s. I think I may have developed into daily calls with her when I was older. The 20s are a decade when children are commonly still in that independent phase when they break more from the family to be with their own social groups. And that's good in many ways. BC, it helps the child develop their independent identity more. But it's not necessary for everyone. But even though most PPL I've known didn't do that. One of my best friends used to talk on the phone with her dad every day. They probably still would. But he died a few years ago. They got into that routine. BC, he was often away for work. And they lived apart anyway for most of her childhood. BC, her parents were divorced. I recall when I was first getting to know her finding the daily call surprising when I was there as it happened. Surprising just. BC, I'd never known anybody else to do that. But I didn't find it disturbing. Lol. It seems pretty narrow-minded to me if your GF just can't compute that not everybody is the same. That some people really get a lot of happiness and peace from daily calls. It's a bad sign if she feels a need and entitlement to declare what's normal in a situation where nobody is being mistreated. It would also be a bad sign if there's no other mama's boy characteristics and she just feels jealous that you love your mom. That you dealt with this by taking actions that would hide this from her was also a bad sign. It might seem like that was just a courtesy, but that was you deliberately hiding what you want and do to appease her. That's wrong both for yourself. You deserve to be yourself about this. And for her. She deserves to know the truth. Making the call outside of your time together would be a good compromise to come to together though. Just BC, it is kinda nice not to have to be around for them. Lol. It's easier to feel like you're an independent couple. Especially at that age. When you're not eavesdropping on your BF living the sun side of his identity. 4. I suggest asking your GF why she has such a strong opinion about this. Excluding the phone calls themselves. Are there specific things that make her think you don't have your own identity? Does she feel like she doesn't even have a boyfriend? BC, how you live and are as an extension of your mom? Do you take your mom's side in conflicts and or treat your GF's ways as not as good as your mom's ways? Or has none of that actually happened and she's simply scared that it will? Or is she just being narrow-minded and controlling? Lacking the ability to understand how this could be a satisfying bond for you and seeing it as her place to let you know that you're wrong? Or does this relationship make her feel bad about her own with her parents? Or something else? If there's truly nothing more to this than daily contact, your GF is being a jerk. And this isn't a good sign of what a deeper, lifelong commitment would be like with her. In that case, she needs to get over herself. I personally wouldn't want to be with someone so narrow-minded and controlling. But before jumping to that conclusion, I'd ask for what exactly is bothering her about this. If all she has are statements like, "It's not normal," then she needs to grow up or think harder. If your girlfriend is bothered by your regular, loving contact with your family, this is an enormous red flag. Please get very far away from this person as soon as you possibly can. If you have a good relationship with your mom, it's normal. My wife is almost 50 years old and she still gets a phone call from her mom every day. I, on the other hand, talk to my mother about 4 times a year. LMAO. I wish I had called my mom every day. Sadly, she's no longer here to call. I love my mom with all my heart, but 99% of the phone calls are me calling her. I have friends whose moms call them daily or nearly daily, and I'm honestly a little jealous. And I hate to bring this up, but there will be a day, hopefully far in the future, that you won't get calls from your mom anymore. Cherish them now. Op. Your GF is being unkind. I lost my mom when I was 12. I'd give anything to hear her voice again. Keep making those calls and keep taking those calls. You only get one mom, and yours loves you very much. I'm 46 years old. When I moved out of my parents' house for the first time in 1997, long-distance phone call charges for landlines, unlimited mobile minutes after 9 p.m., and per text fees were still a thing. I got an email from my mom most days and a phone call every night. In fact, I talked with my mom every single day until the day she spoke her last words in 2014. Since then, I've talked to my dad every single day. For 26 years, I've talked to my parents. And for many of those years, my grandma, as well, every day. Sometimes, the calls are 5 minutes. Others, they're 45, usually closer to 15. It's a far cry from my husband's relationship with his parents. He talks to them once every couple of months. Is it inconvenient sometimes? Yes. Do I answer every time? Even if it's just to say I'll call them back in a bit? Yes. Has my husband ever been annoyed by this? Probably. Has he ever said anything? No way. What I find most concerning is that your girlfriend ridicules you for having a close relationship with your family. At best, it's mean and reeks of insecurity. At worst, it's manipulative, abusive, and isolating. Girlfriends? They come and go, but remember, you only get one mom. Unless you're lucky enough to be blessed with 2 or some bonus moms. But you know what I mean. I lost my mom when I was 11. Don't stop with the call. But do stop dating a girl who will insult you with "mama's boy." She's not going to be good to you in the long run. My spouse talks to his stepmom often as well, and I think it's absolutely brilliant.
If you enjoyed this video, please check out our playlists full of similar content. Epic Ericast is like doom scrolling for your ears. Please like, share, and subscribe.